And the speaker's assistant said, hey, listen, Bono is, the Congress is still voting. They're going to be voting for another, who knows, 30 minutes to an hour. I'm really slammed. Can you entertain Bono for a little bit? And he is over standing by the fireplace by himself. And so I walk over to Bono and I said, I have been sent to entertain you. I said, do you want to talk or do you want to be left alone? And he started BSing with me. We had an amazing talk, like 45 minutes.
Wow. Do you remember any of it? What was the coolest
moment?
moment?
It's funny you say that because I remember thinking, I can't believe a guy like me is talking to Bono. And I'm like, listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying. I'm like,
remember
it's Bono.
this.
Listen to what he's saying. I had to concentrate. We had an amazing conversation. He talked about the band coming together. It was our Joshua Tree tour again. He told me how they did it.
Wow.
And I played it off like I wasn't really a fan. I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I didn't ask a lot of questions.
Right.
And then Congress, a couple members of Congress come in and one of them says, hey, Bono, did Kevin tell you he was just at your concert in Seattle last week? And Bono, after we've been talking for like 45 minutes, Bono goes, how come you didn't say it? I said, just trying to play it cool, bro. Just trying to play it cool. He was like, rock on. And then he told me more details about the concert.
Right, because, because you didn't do that. Yeah.
He talked about members of the band.
He kept the fanboy away.
Yeah, how a lot of them didn't want to come back together, but he said, let's do it with a purpose. We have an audience. Let's do it. And
they have a platform.
He's
a
phenomenal
platform.
He's friends with Barack Obama. He's friends with George Bush.
Right.
I mean, he is friends with all of them.
He is.
And he was on Capitol Hill allocating for defense spending for AIDS patients in Africa. So think about this for a moment. A man from Ireland comes to the U.S.
Right.
and asks Congress, the Speaker of the House personally, which I was there for that meeting.
And gets to, by the way, gets to do that. Gets that audience.
And he got it. And the Speaker gave him his word right there. He goes, I will give you will have that funding. And he said, what if the president says no?
Was that Boehner? Who was that?
No, that was Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan. Wow.
Yeah. Paul Ryan said, I understand Bono. And what Bono did that was so impressive was that he said, to make his case, he said, listen, he took it all the way back to the Carter administration. And he says, does anyone have a pen and paper? And there was like 4 members of Congress in the room, or 3. They all hand the paper and pen to him. And then he bar graphs how much Carter gave, Reagan gave, H.W. gave, Clinton gave. One by one, he wrote their names and bar graphed the dollar and compared it all freehand. And I remember the Speaker of the House thinking, oh my gosh, I get a lot of celebrities in here, but no one has ever drawn bar graphs and can take back defense spending 40 years. And then afterwards, the Speaker said, you're getting your money, Bono.
He did his work.
So he's helped a lot of people in Africa.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
Isn't that amazing? But I made a fool out of myself with Pierce Brosnan, so if you want that story.